Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today's video is about chips, but not these chips. It's about these chips.
Welcome to the complex.
It's a big gap between us and the game. In the next life, I'm trying to stay paid. When I die, put my money in the...
Alright guys, so today I want to talk about the chip shortage. So if you're confused like me and don't really understand what this chip shortage is or what it means or where it came from, then let me go ahead and break it down a little bit and explain what exactly it is. What they're out of is semiconductor chips. So these are an electronic circuit made of many components such as transistors and wiring and on a wafer. So many of you seen this before and you know that it goes in computers most likely. That's where you've seen it. And this is the shortage that they're speaking about. There's a shortage of these chips, which is allowing us to not be able to have the things that we want. What this means with this shortage is that electronic things are not able to work without these chips. There's a shortage of these chips, so we can't have electronics. How this translates is there's a ton of different things that need these chips to work, from your electric toothbrush all the way to your computer, even your car, which is why it's affecting a lot of automotive industries right now, is because they're out of these semiconductor chips, so they are not able to have the components in the car work, such as the radio, such as GPS navigation, even all the way up to engine transmission. These computer chips control a lot of main primary components in the car, and the fact that there is a shortage of them means that there's not enough to go around in order to produce some of these cars, such as the C8 Corvette. So how did this shortage happen? This shortage came directly, it was sort of like a perfect storm. So COVID-19 came, a lot of people were laid off, a lot of companies were struggling to stay open. A lot of companies had to do COVID-19 protocols, so people weren't able to work. Facilities, factories shut down. So that initially sparked the shortage on the chips, was they weren't being produced. Well, in the meantime, while they weren't being produced, consumers skyrocketed. So everybody needed electronics, TVs, computers, everything. So a lot of people were purchasing, especially vehicles in the auto industry. So a lot of people were purchasing vehicles and there was not enough chips being produced in order to make new product. So this is primarily where the shortage came from. So a lot of money rotating right now due to COVID. A lot of people with stimulus checks, PPP loans, whatever else, have a lot of money flowing through the economy right now. And with that being said, these semiconductor chips are really hurting. The current game plan on the semiconductor chips are there's different factories opening up in order to ease the strain on the ones that are currently producing these semiconductor chips. So a lot of companies have said that they are going to be looking overseas in order to get more semiconductor chips. There's new factories being opened up. The other half want to do it in-house and work with companies such as Intel that produces these wafers and these semiconductor chips in order to get that flowing again, in order to get the products out. So the auto industry, the saddest one I would have to say is going to be the C8 Corvette, as I mentioned before, because a lot of people are wanting this car, but they cannot purchase it because there's tons and tons of C8 Corvettes sitting in an empty parking lot right now because there's no chips in order to have all the components work. So when you get into modern technology where you have these cars that rely heavily on electronics, not like the past where you can literally get some rubber bands and paper clips and fix your car. Now there's a lot of electronic components controlling everything, exhaust systems, engine, every car has a sport mode, an eco mode, all these things need those chips. So in order for us to have these things, we need more chips. So eventually this is going to be a thing of the past and we'll get more chips produced. Currently there's plans on getting those. If you're into stocks, then you can check out a lot of these companies. Might be a good thing if you can find a newer company to invest in these semiconductor chips, because there's a lot of people that are going to be ramping up productivity in order to have more products made. So hopefully they get an efficient way to complete and get more semiconductor chips out there in the world, so then that way we can have all the things we love. But at the moment, it's looking pretty bleak for this year. So I wouldn't expect to see a lot of turnaround with the new semiconductor chip manufacturing this year. I would say early next year, we'll probably have those rolling out. A lot of vehicles got pushed back. A lot of products got pushed back. I mean, even your cell phone runs off of these chips. So when you have this constraint happening, then you're going to be affecting a lot of other products that can possibly come out during this time. So keep your heads up. We are almost in the clear. Just give it another 6 months or so, and then you'll see those products rolling back out. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you're missing out on these semiconductor chips not being available. Catch you later. Peace.